Well, and this is, I mean, that of course is part of the reason why you do this, is because you do get a request for an investigation. Let's talk a little bit about the numbers side of things. What, we've talked about program evaluations. I think the public's really interested in whether programs are effective or not, and we may come back to that. But what do you typically find when you do what we would consider to be a traditional financial audit? I mean, an audit. Are there sort of patterns that if you're going to see a problem that you would typically see?
You know, we have a lot of findings about what we call internal controls, because the one thing you want in government, I think you want it in a corporation as well, are strong internal controls that prevent problems from happening. Mm-hmm. And so we look at that a lot. And there's a pattern of those not being as strong as they need to be. They're there. Generally we will find, we will conclude that they're generally adequate, and then it'll be followed by, however, we
right.
found these problems. And so certainly perfection is hardly ever achieved. And so I do think that there is this pattern that we find that we need to strengthen internal controls. Another thing I would say is common, and it comes with the nature of government. And that is, we haven't done as good a job as we need to do on what is referred to as eligibility determinations. If people want to understand why government is so complicated, and it is very complicated, it is because almost every program has eligibility determinations. And it is what separates, to go back to the point about MNsure, because many people expected, I think maybe even I expected, that, gosh, if people can create online shopping experiences like Amazon.com, we can do that. But if you go out as a consumer to buy on Amazon.com, there's no eligibility determination for your purchase. It's just, do you have a credit card to pay for it? But if you go on MNsure, and one of the complications and difficulties of building MNsure was this very elaborate, complicated computer networking system that had to be built to determine eligibility determinations, to decide, are you eligible for Medicaid? Are you eligible for Minnesota Care? Are you eligible for the tax subsidy that will come with a commercial product? Those are very complex determinations. They don't have just to be with yes, no. It's many, many different factors. So we find, I think, a pattern of government needing to do a better job. It's not easy, but that's what we advocate for a lot.